Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with another Starcraft Remastered replay cast from the South Korean scene, as we have a very interesting engagement here in between the two pro players from the South Korean ladder. We have spawning in the upper right in the orange. It is Olympus White, a very nice skin here for his Protoss units and for the Protoss Nexus. Very similar to the Snow skin, so let's just see what he can do here versus his opponent, who is spawning here in the lower left in the blue. It is of course the Terran Flash, known here with his AK, with his barcode AK. So once again a Terran versus Protoss onto a 4 spawning location map. Quite sure who Olympus White is. I believe he's from the White clan. We'll have to research his nickname here onto Google. Perhaps it could be Snow, but I'm not very sure about this. Still a very interesting game here, as we have him opening up here with a pylon very close towards the Nexus. It looks like he's going to continue with his gateway, so no Nexus first. The build order here for the Protoss, pretty standard stuff, pylon into gateway, as we also see the finished supply depot here for Flash, and he's moving out to place his barracks outside here as well. So pretty standard open up here for both players, nothing out of the ordinary, no intentions to go for the fast expansion. We even have gas here for the Protoss, so very soon he will be very likely going into the Dragoon build order, just like many Protosses have shown into previous replays versus the Terrans. In the meantime, Flash should be moving out with his scouting SCV very soon. There it is at the 1 minute and 50-second mark, as he's also taking his gas quite early, so not saving minerals for an expansion, taking his gas really quickly. This could of course be an indication that he wants to go into faster mech units, into those vultures, especially early on, even sending out 3 SCVs here to gather the gas, and his barracks is also going to finish here very soon. Him. There we have the cybernetic score. So build order wise, we have the pretty normal build orders here for both players, as we do see another depot here for Flash, and he might be saving up minerals for a expansion, but hold on, he's actually going for a factory. Players not intending to go fast expand, going straight towards their production buildings, and we even have a very fast factory here for Flash, as he's continuing here to scout the map. And yeah, the first Marines are also getting produced here by Flash, just in case they will be ready to secure the ramp here. And we should also see the first Dragoons getting produced here by Olympus, with the range, of course, a much needed upgrade for those Dragoons. In comes the SCV, is that there is no buildings there, so he should be going into the upper right part. Either that, or he could be sneaky and just place a expansion into this location, but of course it would be very risky. There's the expansion for Flash, which will be very soon gathered by a pretty nice wall of, I'm pretty sure that he's at either a barracks here, supply depot and bunker. The barracks can of course be uplifted, and yeah, let's just see, the first vultures are getting produced here for Flash, as now finally the Protoss is also moving out with his units to scout the map. He saw the timing from the expansion, he sees that there is of course going on. Another pylon here, sees the fast gas, and yeah, the Protoss still searching Flash here on the map, as we also have the first vulture moving out. The bunker is about to get finished, as we have, I believe, actually only 1 Marine here, so this could of course be bypassed by the Dragoon, but it would be very risky, as Flash is even blocking the entrance here with 1 SCV. In the meantime, the other SCV is getting killed here into this location. Have a pad with Gettysburg Spaceport. Very interesting here onto this map, as we see the robotics facility bay here for the Protoss, and actually the Vulture taking some damage here, snapping I believe 1 or 2 workers, but in the end he was trapped and Olympus was able to take it out. But he did see the robotics facility base, so we might be going into a shuttle gameplay very soon here by the Protoss, as yeah, worker wise pretty much both of them at the same worker count, and the Dragoon also dealing good damage here now towards this bunker, and more Dragoons are actually getting sent out here by the Protoss. So very soon more SCVs should be ready here to repair it. 1 tank is also moving out here versus the Dragoon. Still no siege tank I believe yet, he's going straight in towards those mines for the vultures, as we also have an armory here and an observatory for the Protoss. So the Protoss reacting towards that vulture gameplay, really wants to snipe those mines. The one vulture might take some good damage here. Dragoons are of course very good versus the vultures. And now the bunker is pretty much under siege. The tank is also taking some damage, but nicely being microed here up the ramp. Flash very good with his micro as he's repairing the bunker and also repairing the tank here. Still, he needs to be careful not to take so much damage, but with one tank and two vultures, I believe he should be ready to take out the dragoons very soon. And yeah, let's just see how this game is going to continue. The dragoon even taking some damage here from the marines and the other dragoon as well. So with that, I believe Flash is going to be able to secure this very soon, as even one weapons upgrade is getting done. Another factory is getting added by him. And he might go in towards a timing push once again at around the 10-minute mark. He's actually already moving out here with 3 marines, 1 tank, 2 vultures already out here on the map, placing some mines, but we do have an observer here for Olympus as well, as he's slowly but steadily also closing in here versus closing the entrance versus Flash. And the first shuttle should be ready also very soon for him to move out. Shuttle with very likely Reaver, as he has the support bay here out. The vultures are of course going to plant more mines, and Flash actually deciding to retreat a little bit here, play it more safe to give more security towards his expansion, towards his macro game. This is expecting an attack. We still see no siege ability here for him. I believe he's actually also expecting an attack with the shuttle gameplay. He's going to leave some units behind at home to fend this off. Still no turrets for him. I didn't see an engineering bay for him yet. Could be hidden, or this could be an expansion, hidden expansion. But still no engineering base, so still no turrets available here for Flash, as there is a starport. So he might fend this off with some Goliaths, he might fend it off with some Wraiths. Could be a possibility here for him, but the observer is nicely seeing here every move by Flash, as Protoss is also taking here another expansion, nicely guarded with 2 vultures into this location. Just see how the game is going to continue here, as more units are getting produced left and right. There we have the expansion. There we have another factory here actually for Flash, and another add-on, so more upgrades should be followed up very soon for him. So yeah, the game is going to continue. I have to pause a little bit just to stop an alarm, so hold on a second. I'm back right now after I had to pause a little bit for an alarm by the luck something. Yeah, more units, like I told you, are being produced. Nice expansion here for the Protoss, as his worker count is really high, but the same can be said here for Flash. And the shuttle is actually moving here forward with 1 Reaver and 1 with 2 Zealots here, but actually so much damage is being taken. However, the Reaver now in a great position, but still the shuttle is taking quite some damage here. What a chaotic scene here, but more damage is being taken here by the shuttle, and with that I believe Flash should be able to take this down, and a nice defense here by him. So quite a greedy move out here by the Protoss, but in the end it has cost him really dearly. The shuttle has been taking out the Reaver as well. 2 Zealots have fallen here as well for him. So very risky move out here by the Protoss, and in the end it has been punished here by Flash, as Flash is even able to secure his other expansion here into this location. So very good attempt here by the Protoss, but Flash nicely reacting, immediately taking it out. The turret also nicely getting placed here by him. Let's check his main, where he also should be having some turrets. I don't only see one here, so this could be a good point here for attacking. There we have the Stargate, and this pass right here would have been great for the Protoss to move forward. But yeah, Flash realizing this, adding another turret into this location. Yeah, very soon we will pass the 10-minute mark. Let's see exactly what is going to happen, as the other expansions aren't really being touched here by Flash. So Flash allowing actually the Protoss to expand, but at the same time also taking another expansion into this location and playing very nicely, very defensively. And he might try to push out very soon, as weapons 1 is about to get finished. Actually, it has been finished already, so he's going for weapons 2 and for armor 1 with speed for the vultures also getting done here for him. Another shuttle is getting produced for the Protoss as he might try another attempt. Speed has been done here for the shuttle, so second attack could be more deadlier. We do have one turret here, some turrets here into this location, more getting added. Still no race here for Flash. Not quite sure why exactly he did at the Stargate there. Let's see, more and more mines are getting planted here for Flash. Flash is getting more and more map control. We do have Psionic Storm here as an ability for the Protoss, so this can be quite deadly, given the fact that all of those tanks are nicely gathered together here for Flash. And yeah, let's just see how the game is going to continue. Both players deciding to play very safe, very nicely macro orientated, also very nicely defensively. Even some cannons have been added here to fend off the vultures from Flash. Yeah, Flash still patrolling the map, still adding more and more mines to have vision, to have control of the map. But this will be very likely cleared very soon by the Protoss with his Dragoons and with his observers. Yeah, let's see what the next steps are going to be. Still a nice beeline created here by Flash, and at the same time he's also deciding to take another expansion here into this point. So normal stuff here for him, as we have passed indeed the 10-minute mark. And slowly but steadily looks like the Protoss seems to be walking out with his Dragoons, but he's actually taking some damage here, so he needs to be more careful as he stepped into those mines. So those mines proving to be really strong for Flash. Every unit counts, of course, a lot into a pro game, and 2 Dragoons have been sniped. One is taking quite some damage here, as still more Dragoons are moving out here onto the map. But you can see pretty much the whole of the map is much covered with mines. So it's going to take quite some time here for the Protoss to clear all of those mines. And in the meantime, of course, Flash is going to secure the high ground for his expansions. And a very interesting game indeed, as more and more SCVs are getting brought here forward. At the same time, more and more probes are also getting produced here for the Protoss, as he's still patrolling here the map. Quite a deadly force, quite a strong force here for Flash, with vultures, with tanks. As we also see very important upgrades here for the Protoss: server speed, weapons 1 upgrade, armor, and we also have the more energy for the Templars. So the Templars could of course be the strong counter towards all of those tanks. The Protoss is closing in towards being maxed out, so he is actually deciding to move out to a newly established base here for Flash. Very soon he's going to attack. Let's see, he's going to be doing. The Zealots are in the front. I believe he's going to try to engage here. Lots and lots of mines could be pulled here forward, but a good situation here for Flash, as this wall is working pretty much for him, but the mines also did some damage against him. Quite a chaotic attack here by the Protoss, and the observer has been snapped, so the Protoss might try to find a better position here for him to attack, given the fact that this wall right here is working in favor for the tanks from Flash. Let's see what he's going to be doing. He's going to try to attack here. The ramp is now pretty much secured by Flash with his vultures, but he needs some backup from the tanks. There's 2 tanks sniping from here. I believe some tanks have been here on the high ground. So once again the Protoss decides to attack here forward versus Flash. But yeah, Flash holds his ground. He's protecting here his ramp, and also the tanks haven't really gotten any damage. So very patient gameplay here by Flash. Let's not forget that his upgrades are also really strong. It's 2 weapons, 1 upgrades and 1 armor, while the Dragoons only have 1 weapons upgrades here. So he might wait, as we have Scarab damage upgrade here only now being done or being started by the Protoss. So yeah, let's see, the Protoss is going back. He actually decides to expand more while he attacked, preparing a more patient gameplay, a more calculated game. In the meantime, Flash on a defense once again, waiting, but also getting close to getting maxed out. Like I told you, quite a scary army here for Flash. I believe those Marines will be sacrificed in order to give more supply for Flash, or is he just moving here forward towards the high ledge? And yeah, both players decide to play it now safe. The Protoss did try to inflict some damage, but the tanks are of course the masters on the ground here onto this battlefield, as we see another expansion here as well. Actually see massive amounts of unsieging here for Flash happening, so he might reposition. But hold on, actually we do have a great attack here by the Protoss, even catching me off guard. So 2 high temper storms dealing some pretty good damage against the economy. Still 61 workers are left alive here for Flash, as in the end this will be cleared. We have an Archon here who's getting nicely microed with the shuttle. The shuttle taking some damage, finally it's getting taken out. In the end, some economic damage has been done, but Flash is now moving out. Perhaps he's going to try to counter this abusive gameplay. He knows he has to act given the fact that there's more and more bases getting produced here for the Protoss, and as long as the game continues like this, of course the economy from the Protoss will kick in and eventually he's going to be overwhelmed. But Flash is actually maxed out. Remember, he has those upgrades, those important upgrades, 2-2 closing towards 3-2. That is quite a deadly upgrade to have, especially for those tanks on the low ground. The probes will of course stand no chance, and it looks like Flash is going to be moving out towards the newly established bases here from the Protoss. So we might have the first big engagement here. This wall once again is going to move forward towards the advantage here from Flash, but it's also quite a scary unit composition here for the Protoss, as we have a small engagement here. One great EMP shockwave has been casted. Good storms here by the Protoss, but we do have so many tanks here on the low ground. However, lots of splash damage is being taken left and right, so pretty good engagement here by both, but also the storms were really strong here by the Protoss versus the opponent, as Flash is going to very likely reposition his units. He's still maxed out, he's inflicted some good damage, but he needs to be careful against those High Templars, as even the shuttles will have some High Templars. There we have the counter attack, but immediately the shuttle is getting taken out by the Goliaths. So it's really important to have those Goliaths. Once again, great storms are being casted here. EMP shockwave is going to be the answer here for Flash, as he's moving closer and closer towards the newly established bases. There we have a small group of counter attacking. In the meantime, the Protoss actually deciding to engage the reinforcements here from Flash, as Flash is moving more and more forward. Yeah, the real damage will of course be taken into the first expansion points for the Protoss. So slowly but steadily the Protoss is throwing everything he has towards the opponent. These units will of course engage the reinforcements here from Flash. In the meantime, Flash is of course going to be able to take out an important expansion. The Protoss still behind enemy lines, still the tanks are nicely getting spreaded here by Flash, and right now the army from the Protoss is pretty much scattered all around the map. Some quite chaotic scenes by him. I believe he's going to try to stay back at home, perhaps do an arbiter and just teleport those units. There's so many mines, so many tanks, pretty much a suicide mission here for the Protoss units. There's so much splash damage is being taken all of those, so they're just walking left and right and not really doing good engagements here. In the meantime, an attack from the back here from the Protoss. Good storms by him, good micro with the shuttle, and yeah, let's see, the tanks are of course still the masters on the ground with those 3-2 upgrades. 3 armor is about to get finished here for him, and yeah, more and more damage is actually being taken here by the Protoss as the reinforcements are pulling forward here for Flash. He's attacking into multi bases here left and right. He's having units all over the place. Yeah, very scary of course to deal with so much mech on the ground, as another base is taking quite some damage here. So Olympus with a great defense, but in the end looking much better here, better and better here for Flash, as slowly but steadily he's now going to be moving forward towards the production buildings from the Protoss. Of course, this has to be the GG out. So once again, Flash with a very patient game here for him, proving to be once again really strong versus the opponent. A very nice wallpaper here with the shuttle of the Nexus. So yeah, great mech gameplay here once again here by Flash. Let's also not forget his upgrades, 3-3, very soon to be what could have been the counter here for the Protoss. Of course, much more shuttle gameplay. 6 shuttles would have been great to drop the zealots towards the mines and to soak up the mines towards the tanks. And let's not forget, massive amounts of High Templars would have also been a great counter towards all of those tanks here. And I believe his mistake was to just send out units towards the enemy, towards the meat grinder of the tanks, leave them here at home and then wait perhaps to engage with all of your units against Flash. But yeah, still a very good game by both players. In the end, Flash of course proving to be a little bit too strong with a maxed out Terran ground force army. Let's just check the that's very quick. I'm going to be clicking left and right once again. So yeah, still a good game by Olympus here, and a very nice macro game intended by him, but in the end Flash moving out when being maxed out, when having those important upgrades for his tanks. Also a good abusive gameplay here by Olympus with his shuttle, with his reavers. But yeah, the Terran reacting with some Goliaths, so Flash showing us how important Goliaths are. Around 4 Goliaths, looking really strong to snipe the shuttles in the air. A very nice game. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Tommy signing out.